Wells Fargo has a patent on the smart dust. And I read it, so you don't have to. That's you. That's your phone. That's the smart dust. From here on out, you shall be known as 202. But first, how is 5G connected to smart dust? 5G is literally how they are going to collect data from smart dust in real time. It will allow them to collect large volumes of data simultaneously. Challenges and concerns? Just privacy issues. So as you know from the previous video, there are a lot of uses for smart dust. So how would Wells Fargo use smart dust? Well, they're going to make sure 202 isn't 203. How are they going to do that? By performing facial and body recognition. So 202 is attempting to initiate a payment using a mobile device. Base station can send instructions to activate smart dust device 210 to authenticate user 202. Wells Fargo has a...
It's the book of Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, keep not silence. First and foremost, before I get started, I want to thank Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me this truth. Salutations, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say shalom. An open prayer that this quick lesson be edifying, as always, to the elect. So, one step closer. One step closer. You know, we see where the men of the Lord, you know, and you sincere believers, you know, that are watching and paying attention, we see where these devils are going with it, man. And it's all headed towards that MOTB, man. So I got this quick article. You know, this is going to be a quick hit. You know, it's a short article. But, you know, I wanted to report on this because, you know, this is, you know, where we're at with it, man. You know, and it's only going to continue to intensify. And as the scriptures say, let's get that. Let's see. We see what these devils are up to. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. So we see where these devils are going with it, man. So let's read some of this. This is from End Time Headlines. And it reads, Wells Fargo patent describes smart dust for biometric payment verification, man. So the words biometric and payment should already send red flags to most people's brains. But a lot of people aren't paying attention, man. And that's why the Lord has set up watchmen to give warning of these things that are to come. As it speaks about in Revelation, the 13th chapter, that he shall cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a C-hip in their right hand or on their forehead, man. Because that's where it's going, man. So let's read this. It says, according to a detailed LinkedIn post by Joe Petrocelli, Wells Fargo has secured an active U.S. patent, U.S. 11354666 BI, right? Oh man, this is all praise the Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, man. When the Lord opens your eyes to these things, you could see it's just like the movie with Roddy Piper. They see us or something. Just lock here. But when he put the shades on, man, he could see everything. You know, when he roughly paraphrasing, you know, scripture wise, when we have the eye salve, we can see everything that these devils are up to. It says that envisions a futuristic layer of biometric security using microscopic sensors known as smart dust. You know what? Let's look that up. Let's look that up. Just for edification purposes. What is smart dust? Well, it says smart dust refers to microscopic wireless microelectromechanical systems, MEMS, often no larger than a grain of sand, that act as sensors, robots, or computers to detect, monitor, and transmit data about their environment. These tiny devices, developed in the late 1990s, are designed for applications like tracking air pollution, monitoring structural health, and precision agriculture. Yeah, so if he says, how's it go? If he does note, let me see if I can find it. This is Ecclesiasticus 14:7. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness, man. So everybody's beginning to see this devil's wickedness on the forefront, man. And the devil I'm talking about is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. It says the patent describes micro electromechanical systems, MEMS, MOTS, tiny dust-like particles equipped with sensors that could be released into the air during transactions to verify a user's identity in real time. This is what these devils are up to, man. This technology aims to create an invisible, multi-layered authentication shield for banking and payments, potentially transforming how identity is confirmed at point-of-sale terminals or through mobile apps. The process unfolds rapidly upon payment initiation. A base station, which could be integrated into I'm assuming that's point of sale, terminal, smartphone, or nearby hub, activates and releases the motes near the user. So they want people to be walking around with this smart dust, this little robots on them, right? On their person, literally on their hands or fingers or whatever the fuck these devils want, right? And then when they get near a payment station, these shits fucking, I don't know, float and get activated. And if this is what these devils are already trying to do, why would they not want the actual device inside of the person? That's the next step. And that's what the apostles and the elders of GMS and like-minded brothers have been preaching about through the spirit and power of Yahawashi Yahawashi through the Rakakadash, man. This is where we're at with it, man. This is where we're at with it, man. This is what these devils are setting up. And if you take that, you will receive the judgment written in Revelation, the 14th chapter, 9 and 10, man. Great judgment and fire from the ICBM missiles that are going to come raining on this place, America, Babylon the Great, man. This is not a joke. These sensors float or propel themselves into position, gathering intimate biometric and environmental data, including heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, breathing patterns, facial recognition, voice signatures, and motion profiles, man. As the scriptures say, man, these devils want to be as the Most High, man. These devils they really think that they can be gods on earth, man. It's pathetic. And the Most High is going to throw a wrench in all their plans, man. But a lot of our people are going to fall for this bullshit, man. But for you sincere brothers and sisters out there, that's why us sincere brothers are doing this work day in and day out to give warning of who these devils are, man, and what they're up to. These motes are stored in the base station or carried by the user. Example given in a device. Upon activation, they are released into the air near the user. The patent summary notes, selected motes then transmit their readings each carrying a unique ID that forms part of a dynamic smart key. This combined biometric profile and key is compared against a pre-registered user database with multi-factor matching thresholds, potentially requiring over 95% similarity across data types for approval. So you're gonna have to, as you know, and that's a spirit, because I just heard one of the brothers I was listening to. I believe it was one of the brothers from Chicago, from the GMS Chicago branch. But how, you Jakes are gonna have to, well, everybody that decides to go along, to let's get that real quick. Let's get that. Isaiah 31:1, and it reads, "Woe, woe meaning destruction, to them that go down to Egypt for help." Right? Egypt, modern day Egypt or spiritual Egypt, is America, aka Babylon, right? Spiritual Sodom and Egypt. That's where we live right now. If you're over here, but this world is run, by these Edomites, man, which would be the equivalent of these modern day Egyptians, man, because Egypt goes into bondage, and these Edomites got the whole world in bondage, man. So it says Isaiah 31:1, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay upon horses," right? Stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, right? A lot of our people are going to trust in Babylon, aka America, because of its carnal ability to defend itself at this point, which is being questioned at this very moment. But they're not gonna trust. Well, let me read it. Let me continue to read. "And trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong." Right? So they're gonna trust in carnal means because it's right in front of them. "But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. Yet he also is wise, and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity," man. So the Lord is going to visit you, damn you Jakes that choose to trust in oppression, the Lord's gonna visit you, man. The scriptures talk about if you get that RFID, that MOTB, and your hand and your forehead, scriptures speak about a grievous sore, man. You know, you're not going to escape. In the perfect example in real time that we all experience back in 2021, 2022, whatever, when the C19er, you know, jump shot was being administered. A lot of people, a lot of Jakes are out of here, man. I have family members myself that are out of here, man, because they chose to trust in oppression, man, instead of trusting in the Holy One of Israel, man. So how much more when this hour of temptation comes about, man? This is not a joke. This is not a joke at all. Last part. If the data aligns, the system generates a one-time virtual card number and approves the transaction. Mismatches or detection of unauthorized quote-unquote foreign motes trigger an immediate block, adding a tamper-resistant layer, man. What more needs to be said? These devils really think that they can be able to be gods on earth using technology, man. But Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi are going to put a monkey wrench in these piece of shit ass devils plans, man. Let's end off on this. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, right? That mark is charagma, which is an implantable RFID C-hip, man. A literal incision in the body. Because does not this article further prove that this is a physical thing? These devils are physically trying to put this device in the human body, man, so they can be tracked and traced and monitored. I mean, it's well, for the elect, the hopeful elect, it's plain as day. But a lot of people are going to be deceived by that. It says, Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, save, meaning except, he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, for his number is 600, 60, and 6. 666. And what do we look at in this?
The base station can send instructions to activate Smart Dust device 210 to authenticate user 202. Wells Fargo has a patent on the Smart Dust, so.
Matter of fact, it was on. What is Smart Dust? I think it was on here. Where did I see it? Matter of fact, she had it. She did have it.
How would Wells Fargo use Smart Dust? Well, they're going to make sure 202 isn't patented on the Smart Dust. And I read it, so you don't have to. That's you, that's your phone, that's the smart dust. From here on out, you shall be known as 202. But first, how is 5G connected to smart dust? 5G is literally how they are going to collect data from smart dust in real time. It will allow them to collect large volumes of data simultaneously. Challenges and concerns? Just privacy issues. So as you know from the previous video, there are a lot of uses for smart dust. So how would Wells Fargo use smart dust? Well, they're going to make sure 202 isn't 203. How are they going to do that? By performing facial and body recognition. So 202 is attempting to initiate a payment using a mobile device. Base station can send instructions to activate smart dust device 210 to authenticate user 202.
Slovakia. It was, where did I find it at? Is it in here? Oh, Slovakia. Yeah, right here. There you go, right there. U.S. patent US 113546666 BI. So, hey. And if you let's end off on that. What's the consequences of if you take that MOTB, man? That mark of the beast. Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark, that charagma, in his forehead or in his hand, right? It could be your right hand, your left butt cheek, your right butt cheek, your ankle, it don't matter. If you receive willingly, take that damn rice device, that's you showing allegiance to the beast in his system, in his image, man. And Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi said, thou shalt have no other gods or powers before them. So if you choose to trust in Egypt and trust in oppression, this is what's going to come to you. The same, right? The same person that receives that mark shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture, right? No mercy, no chaser. And to the cup of his indignation, right? Indignation goes into righteous anger. And he or she shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, which is Yahawashi. So the warning is going out, and us sincere brothers know what time it is, and we're, us sincere brothers that are doing this work truthfully and in truth and sincerity, are constantly giving a warning in hopes that you brothers and you few sincere sisters will take heed and seek the Holy One of Israel while he may be found. Call Halayim La Abanawa Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi Bahasham Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS who teach and rule well, who taught me his truth. Salutation, you brothers and sisters that are out there listening and learning, fighting this good fight of faith. Keep fighting, keep striving, keep pushing. We're almost out of here. And salutation, my fellow brethren that are pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. To you all, I want to say Shalom, Abba Ball, and Kwame Yasharala. Hey, Shalom. To the next one.